So from time to time I get this question, what happens if I miss a foreclosure date in Florida? The reality is it can be devastating. I'm dealing right now with a client that thought that he could get this worked out. He's given some representations by a lender. They said, hey, we'll work this thing out. Don't worry about it. Lo and behold, behind his back, the lawyers were moving forward the foreclosure case. That's a story that got repeated with some frequency in the midst of the foreclosure crisis. People were dealing with servicers on one hand, servicers weren't communicating with the banks on the other hand, and that case was moving forward like a locomotive or a freight train. There are a lot of permutations on that. There were also a lot of circumstances where, like say, con artists or predators had convinced homeowners that I'm going to work this out for you. And they were purposely concealing that foreclosure case was moving along and that they were going to actually lose the home based on what these con artists were doing. There was a whole other series of circumstances that deal with MV Realty and these homeowner benefits agreements that were out there. I was part of that, and we're intimately familiar with how people were being taken advantage of by that. But the reality is this. If you are a Florida consumer and you find yourself in foreclosure, you got to familiarize yourself with the foreclosure county website so that you can follow and track your own case. The most important thing over and over again, can't be repeated enough, you have got to hire a licensed Florida attorney. Cannot rely upon the predators and the representations made by these con artists or even realtors that are convincing people not to deal with a lawyer. A foreclosure is a court case, and you need a licensed Florida attorney to intervene on your behalf. This is not the time for do-it-yourself. This is not the time for AI. You need an attorney that can defend your house, your family, and the equity you may have in your home.